So this isn't the kind of thing that I would usually record on my channel, but I was at the shops yesterday after going to the airport and I saw it in the shops and it was 300 Rand, which is about like 18, $17. And I just decided, well, it's really cheap. My keyboard is getting old, so if I need a replacement keyboard sort of as an intermediary, I'll buy it, maybe use it for a couple of days, see how it works. And, what I found was this. And as you can see, this is nothing amazing, but for 300 Rand, there we go, 300 Rand over there, it is actually quite cheap. Now this is a mechanical keyboard. I do think it's not going to be the best thing in the world, but it does say mechanical keyboard and it does seem like it has quite a few features. So I was curious, about the sort of quality of peripheral that Checkers would stock, and although I'm not expecting much, I think let's check it out. And if you're in South Africa, what can you expect to get from Checkers when it comes to computer gaming? That's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say, but here we are. So let's try the keyboard out and see how it does. So the packaging is, modest, a little bit unassuming, and as you can see there, I got this for $300. Usually it is around $600. And it's just a box with a picture, not too much. I'm sure it's not going to be the most protected thing in there. If you take a look at the specs here, able to adjust the brightness, that's always good, and backlit style as you need. Support all the keys anti-ghosting. That sounds very Chinese. And this is a Evetech product, which I think is just stocked by Checkers in South Africa. We have the specs over there. According to this has blue switches, tactile bump, and audible click. Now, I'm not gonna make any claims about that because I'm not sure it's gonna be the best thing in the world. But for 300 Rand, those of you using dollars, that is around $18 or so. So not a lot of money for a keyboard. $16, $17, $18, something like that. And let's get this opened up and let's see what we get. Okay, little box there. Let me just bend that a little bit. No, it's small. I mean, that's the size of my hand, so it's not very big, but yeah, it looks okay. Let's get this out. Has a nice braided cable, which isn't too bad. It has a little plastic rest pad for your arm, and there's the keyboard. It sounds okay. I'll get this out and we will take a proper look at it. Stay with me. So there it is in all its glory. The wrist pad is very plasticky. It already makes marks, but it looks kind of cool. The only thing that annoyed me with it was the way that this clips on is plastic. So it's one of those things where it could probably break really easily, and you always hate to see that. But in terms of the keyboard, I mean, it's aggressively okay, but that's what you would expect. For $18, $19 for 300 Rand, it's really not bad. It does have some FN keys where you can change the lighting mode, so it's not exactly software controlled, but hey, it's something. It works. Now, I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world, but you can at least cycle through colors and choose a style that you like, choose a color pattern that you like, and yeah, it has a bunch of lighting effects. It's not bad, it's not good. You can choose the brightness of the lights as well. And the thing with this, because you see those little rivet things, it seems like it was going to be like this nice aluminium material, but it is actually just plastic, and then it just has this little piece of metal go around. If the whole thing was aluminium, obviously it wouldn't cost this much, but that would have been amazing. But as aggressively average as this is for the price, it's really not that bad. So let's use it for a bit, let's play with it for a bit, and then I'll come back and share my final thoughts on buying a keyboard from Checkers. Should you do it or shouldn't you? Let's talk about it. You know, playing around with it, I discovered some more modes. So it actually has quite a bit of silly lighting modes, and you know, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's not that far off what Red Dragon offers. The only thing with Red Dragon is you get the software to go with it. But I mean, you can choose your modes. You even have these CM presets where you can sort of set what you like. So like gaming modes. And then if you put it back to this, you can then, you know, just do whatever. Yeah, it's, you know, it's definitely functional. And then you can choose like different speeds and different colors and stuff. It's, you know, it's not that bad. I mean, for $300 I was expecting a lot worse. This is like, this makes me think of those Cooler Master Octane keyboards, which is a lot more expensive. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but this time let's actually talk about it. For the price, I kind of have to say it's actually quite a good deal. I was expecting a functional keyboard, which this is, but I wasn't expecting it to be... Well, for one, it has, you know, it has memory. You are able to record macros, which I wasn't expecting for 300 Rand. It has mechanical keys, not good mechanical keys, but they are mechanical keys, and it actually has a little thing that you can switch them out with. You know, it doesn't look too bad. It's very plasticky, and that's a little bit disappointing. But for the money, you know, you can't complain too much if you consider that this is like a $18 keyboard. You can't complain too much because that's, you know, dinner is more expensive than that. So it's very functional. It doesn't feel too bad. I don't know how long it's gonna last. It does feel like a little bit of cheap plastic, but all in all, I'm quite surprised with it. And while I'm not going to recommend you go to Checkers to buy gaming peripherals, it's not too bad as a last resort if you don't have anything, or if you need a quick replacement keyboard or mouse or headset when yours breaks and you don't have money to get something proper. So, you know, if you want to buy a keyboard or mouse or headset for your kid, maybe have it a try. I don't know who else stocks them. I just saw it at Checkers. But if you want something for yourself, for serious gaming long term, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But for the money, can't complain too much. So I actually think it did quite well for what it cost. So a bit of an unusual video for me, but I saw it, I wanted to try it, and there we are. Actually quite good, especially for the price. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. For all your peripheral needs, check out Cyberdyne, and thank you Cyberdyne for sponsoring. Their links are listed below.